And the rapidly rising singer known as David is being held without bail after pleading not guilty to first-degree murder. He appeared in court Monday, 4 days after his arrest. And it's been more than 7 months since 14-year-old Celeste Rivas was found dead and dismembered in his car. Prosecutors claim he killed her to cover up their illegal relationship, and now he could face the death penalty, but he denies all charges. Inside a Los Angeles courtroom Monday, David Burke, also known as the musician David, dressed in a black sweatshirt, stood behind a glass partition as his attorney entered his plea of not guilty.
We believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
The 21-year-old is charged with first-degree murder with special circumstances in the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas, including committing the crime for financial gain, lying in wait, and murdering a witness in an investigation. If convicted, he could face the death penalty.
The financial gain was for Mr. Burke to maintain his very lucrative musical career that Celeste was threatening.
Prosecutors allege Celeste Rivas was a runaway, just 13, when she met with David and was allegedly sexually abused by him. They say David invited Celeste to his home on April 23rd of last year. She was never seen again. Her decomposed remains were discovered less than 5 months later, dismembered inside Burke's impounded Tesla.
Do you believe that David was trying to lure Celeste in order to murder her?
He invited her ultimately with the idea that he was going to murder her.
You're saying that he knew he was going to murder her on that day, and that you have evidence to prove that?
Yes.
In a statement, David's family said they are terribly disappointed by the charges and stand by him 100%. We spoke to high-profile criminal defense attorney Mark Garagos, who is not representing the defendant.
Is there any smoking gun? Is there any direct evidence that the DA seems to have right now?
No, this appears to me to be the quintessential circumstantial evidence murder case. If the DA thought they had a slam dunk case, they would have indicted it early on.
So this is, first of all, my heart just goes out to this young girl, her family, her loved ones. I understand she was a runaway, but she was so young, essentially a baby. But what Garagos is telling you is that, yes, they have a body, but all the evidence surrounding it seems to be circumstantial.
Right, and the DA's team says that they have 40 terabytes of digital evidence, but what is actually in that, we have no idea. Now, at some point in the next 36 hours, they've got to get that evidence over to the defense team. But the DA, the LAPD have kept this very close to the vest. What we seem to understand is that they don't have a smoking gun, right? There's no video directly linking him to her murder, no murder weapon itself, no witness saying, I saw him do X and S that we know of. So they have to rely on circumstantial evidence. And this is going to be a case, Vlad, that is going to be with us for a long time. This is going to take a long time.
Do they know how her body ended up in his car?
No, not that we know of. They haven't told us anything.
Right.
They haven't even released the coroner's report.
Wow.
And now we've been pressing them to do that, and they say that in the coming days we will have a coroner's report, and then finally we will know the manner of death or how they believe she died. If the coroner's report actually specifies how she died.
Wow.
So these are really big questions.
Yeah, they
over
are.
this case.
That's really compelling reporting. Matt, thank you very much.